Welcome, everyone. I'm so happy to be talking with you today about creating an income and making a difference using the doTERRA products. This has been such a blessing in my life. It's hard to explain to somebody who hasn't experienced what it's like to grow a business in doTERRA, the blessing, the amount of change that will happen in your life that will come from aligning yourself with this awesome, amazing, beautiful company. And if you haven't seen my video before about just the opportunity, I'll add a link to that in the comments so you can see first why you want to align with doTERRA. And in this video, my intention is to teach each of you how to rank advance with the doTERRA compensation plan and some tips and tools with how to do that. So doTERRA has set up an amazing compensation plan, and they have set their ranks up for success. They want each of us to succeed and grow. And in fact, last week I was with one of the owners, Emily Wright. I went to dinner with her, and she, as we sat there and we talked, she said, you know, at corporate just yesterday, we had a conversation with a group of people where we were brainstorming on how to get more people from Premier and Silver up to Diamond. They want you to succeed. This is their goal, their mission, because they know that the more you can succeed, the more freedom and the more help you can give to the world. Truly, that is doTERRA's heart, is to help serve the world. So with that, let's jump into these rank advancements. So the very first rank that is critical for you to focus on in doTERRA is called Elite. And Elite is right here. I hope that you can see my cursor. It basically means that you have 3,000 OV a month or more. And what does that mean? So OV is overall volume. That means anything that you purchase and anybody who you enroll underneath you, whatever they purchase. So that's overall volume. And typically an Elite makes right around $300 a month. And it takes about 3 months to get, the average is about 3 months to get to Elite. Now, personally for me, to get to Elite, it took me about 8 to 10 classes, I can't remember exactly, where we enrolled and then we followed up and we helped people see the value in the loyalty rewards program. And once we hit Elite, we didn't go back. Once we were Elite, it was like permanent Elite from there on out. That's the beautiful part about doTERRA. One of the beautiful parts is that we have such a great retention rate and people love our products. And we have a wide variety of products that can be used on a daily basis. So just awesome. The next rank that is important to reach with doTERRA, basically, if you know how to get to Elite, you can get to Diamond and you can get to Presidential. You can build all of these other ranks. And that's why we start with that one. There are a few under Elite, but if you can focus on Elite, you will be able to find success in doTERRA as high up as you want to go, whether it be Diamond, triple Presidential Diamond, quadruple Blue Diamond, whatever it is, you get to choose. So it's important that you learn what it takes to get to Elite. Now from there, you go to Premier. Premier is 2 legs that are executives. An executive is 2,000 OV or more. And so this is where it gets a little tricky for some people, because it's very easy to go to a class, to go to a number of classes and just enroll people under you. But when you get to Premier, suddenly you need to learn how to structure an organization for success. And this is another thing I love about doTERRA is that they set you up for success with these ranks. So you have to focus on 2 people directly under you or somewhere in your organization that you hold their enrollership for, excuse me, and help them build an organization to 2,000 OV or more. And then you have 2 of those legs underneath you. Now these people, it's about 25 or more people in an organization to get to Premier. And it's about $600 a month. It takes about, the average person, it takes about 6 months to hit Premier. So it's awesome. Really, really awesome. From there, the next rank is silver, and this is actually where the leadership rank begins, at silver right here. So what does that mean? I'll explain that a little bit. Just come down here to the leadership bonus. That's what I'll talk about once we get down to that aspect of it. But silver is 3 elites under you. So once you learn how to make an elite, you can then teach 3 other people how to become elite, and that will make you silver. And they have to be they can't be stacked underneath each other, so you can't have 3 elites underneath each other. You have to have 3 elites side by side somewhere in your organization that you hold the enrollership for. Now, typically, a silver organization takes about 18 months to build to, and it's about $2,200 a month to get to silver that you will earn back. That's a solid silver organization. And here's something that I like to share with people. These numbers are averages. And so at least for me, the first few months that I would hit a certain rank, I would not hit the average until a few months in, because we're still in growing phase. So that's just something to remember. And then we have gold. So gold is next. And if you notice that there's kind of this pattern where it's like you start at elite and then you go to premier, but the second one right after elite is you're teaching 3 people how to become elite. And then here you are at premier, you come to silver, teaching them how to do elite. But then the next one is you're duplicating this premier into 3 premiers under you for gold. Gold takes about 27 months on average. Some people do it just this weekend. I was with Laura Jacobs. She did it in a weekend. Not everybody's like that. Some people do it in a couple months. And some people, it takes about 27 months. I believe for me, it was right around 27 months to get to gold. Then from there, once again, you'll notice, here we go. Here's silver. Jump up to platinum is 3 silvers. And actually, most of us feel like if you know how to build a platinum organization, you might as well build a diamond organization. So I was platinum for about 30 minutes of my life because I went from gold. I had been working with 4 leaders and I went straight from gold to diamond. Just because if you can do 3, you can do 4. Excuse me, sorry. So then we see at diamond, you're leading about 4 people to silver. You are leading 4 people. It takes about 42 months on average. I should figure out how long it took me. I need to do the math. And on average, it's $1,700 a month. Now, that's with a solid diamond organization. That doesn't mean that first month you're going to make $17,000. That means after you have really solidified and you have a solid organization, it averages about $17,000 a month. And then we have blue diamond, which is, 5 golds. And then from there, it's 6 platinums. And you can see blue diamond is about $3,800 or $38,000 a month. Presidential is about $112,000 a month. So that's how you rank advance. Now, one of the things that I like to share with people is if you have a goal to go diamond by July and it's October and you're at silver, you need to set smaller goals of when you're going to hit gold and when you're going to hit platinum so that you then can work towards diamond. Because if you're just going to go from here to here, there's steps in between that you'll be missing. So it's important if you're at elite and you're working towards silver, you need to set a date by when you're going to be premier as well. Those smaller steps are very, very valuable in what we're doing. So then let's talk about how to earn a little bit more money with doTERRA, because there's a couple different ways. So the first way is a fast start bonus, and this is something that you can earn for the rest of your doTERRA life. Sorry, I've got like a frog in my throat. A fast start bonus is it's paid out weekly every Wednesday for the new enrollees that you have for their first 30 or 60 days, not your first 60 days, for their first 60 days. So if you enroll, let's say Sally tomorrow, from tomorrow till 60 days on, anything she orders, you will get 20% from. Now, an awesome part of Fast Starts is that, let's say you enroll Sally and you get 20%, but then Sally enrolls her best friend Jane. So at that point, Sally's going to get 20%, you're going to get 10%. But let's say Jane enrolls Susie. So then Jane will get 20%, Sally will get 10%, and you will get 5% of those enrollments. So it really encourages you to help other people hold classes and enroll. It's just awesome. It's a really, really, really great system. So that's Fast Start bonuses. You can earn those for the rest of your life as people on you and your people on your team are enrolling. The next is the Power of 3 bonus. Now this is where there really is power in the compensation plan. Because if you see here, Elite, Premier, 300, 600, and then 18 months later, Silver comes along. But if you could structure right from the beginning and build a Premier organization that is also earning your Power of 3 $1,500 bonus, you'll be making over $2,100 a month. And this is something that can be set up within 3 to 6 months easily in everybody's organization. So basically what it is you order 100 PV or more each month, and then you enroll 3 people on your top line who are also in the Loyalty Rewards program, and they're ordering $100 a month or more. Now the thing to remember is all 4 of these, the total volume needs to be over 600 total volume. So usually it's like, I like to tell people order 150 each month, 150, 150, 150, 150, you hit your 600. Or you just put a couple extra people on top so that you have that overall volume. That will get you $50 bonus automatic each month. But then if you go and you teach these 3 how to get 3 people under them and they start ordering, then all of a sudden you go to 250. And then let's say you teach each one of these 9 to get 3. That will be a $1,500 bonus. Totally awesome and totally worth it. Great, great, great way to earn an income with doTERRA. Then we also have the potential of earning a unilevel bonus. So this is paid out on a monthly basis on the 15th of the month, and so is the Power of 3. And it is after the first 60 days of a member's membership. So this is when we get them on the Loyalty Rewards program. They start ordering on a monthly basis, and we get paid according to where they're placed in our organization. Now, this is different than most network marketing companies. Most network marketing companies put 7% on the top level. And if you notice, the top level only has typically 3, 4, 5 people. It's the bottom levels where you get the most bang for your buck. But typically, it goes 7, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, and 2. doTERRA flipped that. Once again, it goes back to those amazing owners who had been in the industry for many years, seeing what would work a little bit better. And they noticed that if they flipped it, it would encourage more rapid, amazing growth because we would be helping each other more drastically. So we get paid 7 levels deep, all the way down to 7%. This really encourages us to help build a deep team. It's awesome. With a 65% retention rate, it's phenomenal. It's just a really great thing. Then finally, we go to our leadership bonuses, which is what I talked about with Silver. So anywhere Silver and above gets a portion of a leadership bonus. For Silvers, you get 1 share. For Golds, you get 5 shares. For Platinum, you get 10 shares. And a share is right around $150 to $175 a month. So if you're Silver, you get an additional $160. If you're Gold, you get that times 5, which is usually right around $800, I think. If you're Platinum, it's right around $1,600. So you can see here it takes the average person 37 months to get to Platinum. But the $1,500 Power of 3 bonus you could build in just a couple of months. And so this is a really valuable thing to focus on because you know if you build a solid Power of 3 suddenly you have the organization set up to be solid platinum on top of that. So it's just awesome. So we've got that. And basically they take 2% of the company, divide it by all the silver, golds, and platinums, and that's the share that you get. Then you come up to diamond and you actually get an extra bonus of a share. Diamond shares vary between, it's a little more complicated with how they break it down, but they give you 1% plus another 1%. Blue diamonds get, 2 shares, presidentials get 3 shares. So it's really valuable to get into that leadership pool of the overall global market or profits that are going on. So with that, I really encourage you to look and think about, what do you want to create? If you could think about the next 2 to 5 years building a doTERRA business, thankfully you get to choose your own pace. Okay, you can decide if you just want a little bit of extra spending money each month. This is 3 to 5 hours a week, not that much. And typically it'll take you to elite or premier. So it's not a huge commitment, but it just gives you that extra spending money. You can cover your oils and then have, extra for whatever it is you like. Then you can also choose a different pace, which would be about 10 to 15 hours a week. You're making between $600 to $5,000 a month. And typically that would be, right around a silver or gold, which would take 1 to 2 years. And it's just consistency. That's what I like to tell people, is being consistent with any amount of commitment is awesome, because no matter what, the oils have a mission with or without you. And then finally, if you want to replace your income and multiply your income and build a pipeline, this is a little bit bigger of an investment, 15 to 30 to 40 hours a week. And I know for me, it took me about a year of doing 30 to 40 hours a week to really get to a great diamond organization. So with that, you can see that within 3 to 4 years, you could build this diamond organization. So thank you so much for watching this today. I want you to know that this is an amazing opportunity. I am so thankful for doTERRA. I'm so thankful for their vision, their insight, and their leadership that teaches us how to build our own pipeline and create our own income that can make a difference in not only our lives, but the lives of thousands of others. If you're interested in working with me, please look in the comments below to get my phone number, email, my Facebook page, however it is you'd like to connect with me. I would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. We will talk to you soon. Bye.